So one of the obvious, I'm going to state the obvious.
Yeah.
So one of the keys in this process
Mhm.
is meditation.
It's not one of the keys, the key. Okay, because there is no way you can go into the state of the unmanifest or in the state of inaction without meditation.
In a world where compassion knows no bounds, we strive to spread love and light to every corner of the globe. But to truly make a difference, we need your support. We're not asking for your donations today. Instead, we invite you to join our community. Simply hit that subscribe button, click the like, and ring the bell to stay connected. Every interaction counts. Every subscription, every like, every comment helps us spread hope. Together, we can make a difference. Subscribe now and be a part of something greater.
Okay. But when you are when you are in that state of inaction and in the unmanifest, you are invariably becoming self-realized without even your awareness. So even in your awakened state, you are not always thinking, you are not always contemplating, you are not always doing it, but you are in the awareness anyway. I mean, for instance, it's just like being in love, okay? In love, you are not always doing something about that love, but you're always in the awareness of that love. You're always in the awareness of your beloved. Are you doing something about it? No. Is all your actions attributed to that kind of awareness? No. But the actions are not pure actions, that's why. But when you are in a spiritual mode, when you are in that spiritual awareness, even your action becomes an offering to the unmanifest. If you are attached to the action, then you are expecting a result from your action. If you are unattached to the action and you are still performing the action, that becomes very beautiful, really, really perfect, because that becomes an offering to God. So you are not without an action, you are not without doing anything. What you do becomes an offering to God.
So that's what Saint Teresa manages.
Saint Teresa of Calcutta, of course, yes. Saint Teresa, Mother Teresa. What she did was an offering to Jesus. There was nothing more to it. But she was not attached to the lepers. She even herself said, I wouldn't touch him, even if you give me 10,000 pounds, didn't she?
Yeah.
So it was not her who was doing it. She was very detached. At the same time, it had all the appearance of an attachment, all the appearance of a compassion, all the appearance of, charity, all of that. But you see, she was very detached. All of that action is being performed for her beloved, which was Jesus Christ.
An offering.
An offering to Jesus. That's it. And she was not even aware of the offering she was making. That is the extent of the action. Action without the awareness. That why that action is being performed. You are just performing the action. That's it. To the best of your ability.
It becomes very mystic.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. Then the action itself becomes really perfect. Like what Mother Teresa did. The action itself is perfect. Even without our own control.
So when you pray for someone's healing, that becomes an offering to God.
Uh-huh.
Is that what you feel?
Yeah. If you're going to keep remembering your prayers, then you're not.
Just say them and let it go.
Yeah. Don't expect any results. Whether there is healing or not, it's none of your business. Because you're expecting an outcome. Don't expect any outcome. That's what spirituality is. Make sense?
Well, somewhere in the Bible I read where they said, pray unceasingly. Well, I don't want to keep praying for the same thing, because then it feels like I don't have any faith. I already asked my Heavenly Father for that. No, I'm going to ask him again. So I got to keep picking something else?
Well, let's think about it. See, you are describing a prayer with a lot of
attachments.
Exactly. A lot of attachments, a lot of expectations. You're looking for outcomes. You're doing all of that.
Yeah.
You want to pray in a certain way, so you open your prayer book and pray exactly how it is being written and narrated in the whole 9 yards. What is going on?
I'm never going to hear anything that way.
See, what is going on? You need to understand that. You see, pray without attachment. Pray without expectation. And you love also. Without attachment, without expectation. The more you expect out of your love, the more disappointments you're going to come across.
Well, I'm going to start trying that with the children. I'm supposed to see them Friday. I didn't send a text yet because I don't know what I should do with them, but I have until 5 o'clock.
Exercise it, see what is going on. In other words, exercise detachment. When you are detached, you are not controlling the outcome. When you see yourself controlling the outcome,
I should step back.
Step back.
I'm going to put the kids in the 2 box.
There you go.
I know where they're at. I can still have, I forget the term you use, same with love. You still feel it, but you're not attached.
Yeah.
Or you're aware of it. I'll be aware of them being in the 2 box.
Not telling them not to love them, but don't expect any outcome from it. When you are expecting outcomes, there is attachment. Attachment should not be there.
If the children don't come and you're not attached, does that mean you don't experience the strong, a sense of grief or a strong emotion about it?
Well, you see, emotions are something that is very different. Okay? Where is that emotion coming from? Is that emotion coming from the unmanifest, or is the emotion coming from a manifest? If the emotions are coming from a manifest, you have attachment. If good Lord is telling you something about it, then the emotions are coming from Him, which is an unmanifest. You see that? See, if the emotions are because you are disappointed over the non-performance of something that you expected, obviously you are terribly entangled in an attachment, isn't it? See, love is something that does not control. Love is something that empowers the beloved. Love doesn't expect anything in return, but it receives everything it comes our way. Okay, it receives without attachment. Receives in gratefulness, yes, but not with attachment. It doesn't receive because logically, look at what Jeannie did for me. I need to feel grateful. Thank you, Jeannie. That's not the way it is. It doesn't mean that I'm not appreciative of what you did. It really doesn't mean that. But you see, it is an expectation, it is an acknowledgement that doesn't have a material connectivity. And if that is there, fine, enjoy it. If something that is materially influencing you, affecting your actions, affecting your emotions, you have too much attachment to it. Walk away from it. Step back.
How do you detach?
How do you detach?
From something that has been so much a part of your life, like Rick's.
Yeah. See, attachment involves entanglement. You need to learn how you are entangled in that situation as it is. The more you unlearn the entanglement, then it is going to be easier for you to detach yourself from it. The more you remain in that entanglement, then it is not. So what it requires a certain learning process so you can unlearn it. You see? So if you want the perfect detachment from something, then perfectly learn everything that is making you entangled to it. When you perfectly learn what is entangling you, then it is easier to unlearn what it is.
Is learning and
Exactly, that's what it is. But it needs to be, you need to strive to perfectly learn it. See, so detachment is a state of transcending from it. Transcending doesn't mean that you are leaving it alone. Transcending only means that it's going to stay in my toolbox. That is not part of me. That is not a part of the infinite being that I am. If it is affecting me, then I'm making that become the infinite being that I am. That is where things go wrong. That is we are getting emotionally entangled. That's where we let everything go wrong in our life. We allow an attachment overtakes the infinite being that we are. Number one, it can never do that. Number two, we are always going to want it to do that because we are going to make it more of it a part of ourselves. It's mine, it's my children, it's my wife, it's my husband, it's my that, it's my this. So they have to be like that. If they are not doing it, then there is something wrong. You see? So we just develop all kinds of attributes to it. The problem is we want that to take over the infinite being that we are. In reality, it can never happen. See? That is where desires overtakes us. Desires makes us so egoistic. Desires that literally destroys the spiritual being that we are.
So even these monks and these religious saints that give away everything and then they go off and pray somewhere in solitude, they wouldn't have to do that. All they have to do is just detach themselves from everything they have and they could still reach that same point in their life.
Yeah, see, again, if they're going to be purely in action, then they are not monks. Okay, monks have to get involved in action also. As long as we are human beings, action and inaction, manifest and the unmanifest,
we need both.
They all have to come together without affecting each other, coexist. That's the yin and the yang. Coexist, without disturbing the balance. Okay. Then comes the stage total inaction. In that you and God are one and the same. Okay. That is the supreme realization. So in that stage, both action and inaction, both manifest and unmanifest, are one and the same. Everything is one and the same. So in Hinduism, you are transcending Advaita into Dvaita. Advaita means polarities. See, action, inaction, they are polarities, aren't they? Manifest and manifest, aren't they polarities? Yes. See, you transcend that polarity itself, then you are entering into supreme realization. So even at the heights of spirituality, polarities do exist. Advaita exists. So you have to transcend Advaita in order to become the supreme.